What's going on, guys? So today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna learn how to drive stick shift real quick. So these pedals you see down here, there are three of them. The left one is the clutch, the middle one is the brake, and the right one is the gas pedal or the accelerator, or whatever you want to call it, right? And when you driving a stick shift, whenever you want to engage the gear, you got to make sure that you press down on the clutch with your left foot, right? You press it down with your left foot, and your right foot is right there just resting. And whenever you need to brake, make sure you use them both, right? You press the clutch and you brake. Otherwise, your car is going to stall. And if you want to accelerate, you're going to accelerate the right one. That's the accelerator. So you're going to accelerate it and slowly release the clutch. So now we're just going to learn the gears and whatever. So, boom. This one right here is a 5-speed manual transmission. So the way this one works is that first speed is right here. I mean, you can see it, right? 1, 2, 2 lines. This in Japanese. So, and then third one is right up there. 4, 5 up there, and then reverse is right here. So it works it's pretty simple. The same way you see it on the lever, that's the same way you gotta operate it, right? So the first gear is on the left front, and if you wanna put in the first gear, you gotta make sure you press on the clutch. Press on the clutch and you put on the first gear. Bring it to the left and take it to the front. That's the first gear. And to bring it to the second gear, mind you, you always got to keep your foot on the clutch if you want to switch the gear. And then number 2, same way, you just bring it back while it's staying on the left, right? That's number 2. And then number 3, you can just take it once to the middle. That's neutral. And then number 3 is like just to the front in the middle. So you don't have to move it to the left or right. Just take it to the front. And that's number 3. And number 4, you bring it back to neutral and you take it to 4 all the way to the back, right? And then 5, you got to take it back to neutral again and swing it to the right and take it to the front. That's 5. And if you want to do the reverse is in the right rear, so take it to the right and swing it back. And that's pretty much how you switch the gears. Nice and easy. Now take it back to normal, neutral. And one more thing I want to explain is that some of them, like some of the stick shift, do have like locks, and they have something that moves around similar to this, but you could clearly see it that it's a lock. So those you usually have to like pull them up to unlock it in order to put in the reverse. But for me, you don't have to do that. It's just regular. You just take it to the right and then pull it back. So now, the way you operate this is that when you put in the first gear, you slowly release the clutch while accelerating, right? But if this is your first time, I'm gonna just show you a trick, and you'll never stall. So there we go. Just put your foot on the clutch and take the gear to the first. Take it to the first gear, and now you're ready to start moving, right? But if you don't wanna, if it's your first time and you don't wanna stall, just watch this that I'm showing you. Read this. You see where the gauge is? So right now my car is already warmed up, so I don't have to wait for it to warm up or anything like that because I've been driving it. So now what you want to do is that you want to slowly press the gas up to like 1000 RPM or like 1,500 RPM, something like that, right? Depending on the car. So I'm gonna put it 1,500, and then now you're gonna slowly start releasing the clutch. Just like this. Slowly. And you notice that the car is started moving. That's plain and simple. Easy. Now you want to stop, you press the clutch and press the brake. That's how you do it. Alright, just turn off the engine to keep talking. Now, let's say you started moving already, alright? If you started moving already and you're already in the first gear and you already released the clutch and you're moving and you want to switch it up to second gear, you just take your foot off the gas pedal and press the clutch, put it in the second gear, and just release it, and then start pressing the accelerator. But if the car is already moving, since the car is already moving, you already put it in first gear, you're already moving, so you don't really have to release the clutch and then press the gas at the same time. You could just slowly release the clutch, and then once the clutch is like all the way back up, you could just start revving it or accelerating, and we will go ahead and demonstrate how that works. So let's go to first gear and put it up to 1,500 or whatever, and start releasing it slowly. Once the car starts moving, take your foot off the clutch and it's already moving, you're ready to switch up to the second gear. Take your foot off the gas, press the clutch, second gear, and release it and start gassing. Easy. And folks, that's how you drive a stick shift. It's gonna seem to be difficult at first, but you give that a try a couple of times. I don't know, maybe 3, 5 times or 10 times, how many other times you got to do it to get used to it. You just got to do that and you'll be all right. Now, I just showed you how to do first and second gear, and it's pretty much the same step. You want to go up to third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, same process. It's just at a higher speed. One more thing though, if you're going up, let's say you're driving in the fourth gear and you're coming up to you're getting close to a stop or a red light or whatever, right? You start to slow down slowly. Once the speed is coming down around, I don't know, maybe 40 miles per hour, something like that, you want to downshift, and it's pretty much the same step. Press down the clutch, it's already in the fourth gear, and once you press the clutch, you put in the third gear, and you just do the same thing. As you're going lower to a lower speed, you just bring it down to second gear, the clutch, second gear, and yeah, all the way to a full stop. Before you get to a full stop, make sure you press down on the clutch and bring it to neutral. Once you stop at the red light, just take your foot off the pedal to make sure that you're not engaging the clutch unnecessarily. That's how you get the clutch to last a long time. My clutch right now is is the original clutch, stock pretty much, and it's been on the car for like 142,000 miles. So I'm the third owner, and it's been great. So that's all you got to do. If you take good care of it, it's gonna last long. And one last thing, if something ever happened that you had to stop all of a sudden, and you didn't have the time to downshift as you should normally, just press the clutch. Just press the clutch and put in neutral and brake. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't really, if you really have to stop, like, all of a sudden, you don't really have to downshift and do all that. As long as you're pressing down the clutch and putting it in neutral, your car is gonna be all right. Once you stop, just take your foot off the clutch pedal, and that's about it, folks. That's pretty much how you operate a stick shift. So now I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like on the dashboard. Driving in first gear, right? Ready to switch. Second gear, keep going. Third gear, keep going. So it's just nice and simple once you get used to it. I'm just gonna show y'all what it looks like when I'm driving, with the pedals and the thing, the gear. So here we go. That's first, second, third. Nice and easy.